Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be the $1,000 Sephora fantasy cart video. This tag was started by Emily Noel on YouTube. I personally have been watching her forever, and honestly, I needed an excuse to come on and do a fun, feel-good video. So in today's video, I have loaded my cart on Sephora full of items I wish I could buy that I actually would purchase if I had the $1,000 to spend on makeup right now. I did not play games picking out my products. I literally acted as if I was going to hit that checkout button. It took me, honestly, a couple days to figure out this cart, but I have figured it out, so hopefully it will give you guys like a little bit of insight into what products I'm really interested in and what I would purchase if I had the chance. So if there are any other tags floating around on YouTube that you guys would like to see me do, then let me know in the comments because I love videos like this. I can just sit down and chill and hang out with you guys. So before we get into today's tag, I want to do a little notification fam giveaway. So I wanted to give one of you a chance to win one of my favorite brush sets from Sigma Beauty. This has all of my favorite eye brushes in it. It's called the Ultimate Blending Brush Set. So it has a large and a mini of all of my favorite eye blending brushes. If you guys watch me, then you've heard me talk about these before, but it has the E25 blending, E27 detail blending, E33 detail diffuse crease, E38 diffuse crease, E42 Precision Firm Blender, and E44 Firm Blender. So the rules are going to be pretty simple. I know that some people do get upset that I do require an Instagram means of communication, but that's because if I comment on YouTube, a lot of the times the winners don't get notified and I have to pick a new winner. So I do require an Instagram because I need to be able to talk to you guys. So the only rule is going to be that you are subscribed with your notification bell turned on, screenshot that and DM me, and I'm going to pick a winner from my DMs on Instagram. And also, of course, if you guys don't have that bell turned on already, it does help me get my videos out to you guys because YouTube doesn't always promote my videos in your subscription feeds. So with that out of the way, I have my laptop on my lap today with my cart open. The total in my Sephora cart right now is $998.50 in US dollars. So I got kind of as close as I could to that $1,000 limit, and I would never do this, but the temptation to just hit checkout is definitely with me. So this might be a long one, so grab a snack. I'm gonna probably discuss why I want each of these products, but if you guys are interested in this video, give it a thumbs up and just keep on watching. So first up in my fantasy cart is the Hourglass Extreme Caution Mascara. The full size is $29. I loved it so much, but I never repurchased it because it is a fairly expensive item. And I'm a big advocate for drugstore mascara anyways. It's around like $9 to $10 for my L'Oreal Telescopic. So I won't like go out of my way to spend $30 on a mascara, but if you're gonna hand me $1,000, that mascara is going to be in my cart because it was one of my favorites. Now, next up, this should come as no surprise, and I am actually debating purchasing this. It is the Natasha Nona Bronze Palette. So it's $65 for another neutral palette, but I do love Natasha Denona's formula, and I love neutrals, so it is on the forefront of my mind when I'm shopping, but I am trying to maintain somewhat of a budget and also not overwhelm myself when it comes to how much work I feel like I need to do. And sometimes when I buy a product, I feel like I need to do a dedicated video on it and not just buy it for my personal use. So I feel like I missed the deadline for that in my mind because it came out quite a while ago, but I'm still kind of debating because I'm seeing swatches and I'm seeing all these beautiful looks, and it's such a pretty neutral palette. But you guys, let me know what you think. Do I need it? Do you want me to use it? I don't know. So this next item is in my cart because I needed something under $10 to push it to the $1,000. And I was looking through the sale and everything, and I didn't really see anything that I liked. So I put another Wishful Chin Lift Sheet Mask in my cart. I do already have a couple in my collection, but they are those masks that you stretch and put over your ears. And I actually liked it when I used it, so I wouldn't mind having another one in my drawer. Is it a little bit gimmicky? Yeah, it's probably not going to get rid of your double chin, but putting it on and letting it sit there before you put your makeup on, I don't know, it just kind of gave me like the mindset that my face was gonna look a little bit more sculpted. So that's why that is in my cart. Now, in my opinion, you can't do a fantasy haul without putting a somewhat ridiculous product in your cart. Something you would never really purchase because it's probably a waste of money, but you low-key kind of want it. That's this next product, and it is the Slip Silk Pillowcase. Now, this pillowcase is $89. That is not something I would ever spend on a pillowcase. I feel like you can go buy like a satin one for like $5 somewhere. I don't know what the difference is when it comes to actual real silk on your hair, but I guess if money wasn't an issue, that would be a product that I would probably purchase just to help my hair. My hair is definitely not the most healthy creature in the world. It has a lot of dead ends right now and split ends because of quarantine, but I do heat style it a lot. I'm trying to get better about it, so some type of silk pillowcase may benefit me in the future, but I'm certainly not going to pay that price. I do kind of scroll by it every now and then on the Sephora app, and I'm like, will they ever make this 70% off? Because that's the only way I would buy it. Again, unless $1,000 really did drop out of the sky and told me that I can only spend it on Sephora, then that would be my cart. Now, I do have a few foundations in my cart that I just have never tried because, again, I'm totally fine with finding what I love and then continuing to use it. And I do have so many foundations. I recently did a foundation declutter that was, I guess, kind of disturbing how much of it was expired. So I don't buy it unless I know I'm absolutely going to use it. And so for foundation, I have a couple that are like some people's ride or dies that I just haven't tried yet. First being the Nars Sheer Glow Foundation. It's a $47 foundation, and I feel like everybody and their mother has talked about it on YouTube. I have not tried a lot from Nars. It's one of the only brands that I don't have like a few products from. I don't think I have any in my collection right now. I have tried their creamy concealer back when it was super popular, and I did pay the $30 for that concealer, but I didn't find it to be anything that I couldn't find in the drugstore. So I don't know why I just don't splurge a lot on Nars makeup, but I do want to try the Sheer Glow foundation at some point. So I put the color Vienna in my cart. I tried to do the Sephora shade finder. I am kind of low-key interested in making a purchase just with significantly less items in my cart, and that might be one of them just because, I don't know, I feel like it's time to try the Sheer Glow. So next up is another kind of unnecessary product, but I really kind of want to try it. I mentioned on my Snapchat briefly a couple days ago that I think my hair is like thinning a little bit around my temples, and I think it's because I've been working out a lot and pulling my hair super tight in a ponytail. So I don't know if it's breakage or thinning or whatever, but I want to do some scalp treatments, and one thing I heard helps is a scrub for your scalp. So in my cart I have the Ouai Scalp and Body Scrub. It's $38. It's not something I would typically buy, but again, endless funds. I would definitely do more for my hair. I feel like I neglect it a little bit, especially now realizing that I'm having some breakage and some thinning. I'm like, maybe I really should pay attention to this. So I would definitely try that out. If you guys have tried it out, then let me know. Is it worth the price, or is there a cheaper alternative out there? Because I'd be so down. Next up is a lip gloss that I just haven't pulled the trigger on yet, and it's the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Sweet Mouth. It's like a really pretty pink. I have a couple of the glosses and I really like them. I use them really often, but I love a good like pinky nude. So Sweet Mouth has been on my radar forever. I probably should buy the duo if they still have the duo of like the minis. Or maybe they were full size. I don't remember, but there was a sale with a duo at some point. But this is $19 for the full size lip gloss. Next is a concealer that I think Jaclyn Hill made me want to buy. She did a get ready with me at some point, and I just watched it glide on her under eyes, and I was like, wow, I need that in my life. And it is the Pat McGrath Sublime Perfection Concealer. I have the shade L5 in my cart. It's a $32 concealer, so it is way more pricey than what I typically spend, but it looked majestic on her. And honestly, I'm always down. That is another product that I've had in my cart before I started this video getting prepared for it. So that's something I probably will buy, and a lot of you guys have actually recommended it. So that's been in my cart for a while, but I definitely want it. Next up is a repurchase. This is something that I wasn't going to purchase because I didn't want to support the person behind the brand, but now Kat Von D is now just KVD Vegan Beauty, and she has nothing to do with the brand. So I honestly really want the Shade and Light contour palette again because mine is maybe 3 years old now. It's before they switched to the interchangeable pans. Now I think they're interchangeable. It's $49.50, and I just have to tell you guys, that's been one of my all-time favorite contour products that I've ever tried. Right now I am using a palette from MAC, but it's like nothing beats the center shade for the contour. For me, for my skin tone, it's always the perfect, like, this is really your face color. This is not makeup. So I would definitely repurchase that if given the funds. I have quite a few skincare items in my cart just because I do love skincare and I love trying new items. It's not something I need. I do need to work through my collection. Don't get me wrong. I know that I do. But one that I've seen popping up on Instagram a lot, like other influencers, I guess, are making me want this, is the Olay Henriksen Cold Plunge Pore Mask. It's $38 for the full size. I have debated like actually purchasing a mini to try it out, but I would get the full size if I could, and my main reason being the color of it. I've been seeing people post that beautiful kind of like aqua turquoisey color face mask, and I don't know, that's why I want it. Not for any of the benefits, just to take a picture wearing it. I mean, even though I'm technically an influencer, I don't like that word, I get roped in by other influencers too. Like, I'm a customer too. I'm not just an influencer. So, I mean, if people advertise the way that I advertise, then they really do love what they're using, and I keep seeing that mask everywhere, so I definitely want that at some point. Next up in my cart is a product that I've been wanting for a really long time, but again, I just haven't pulled the trigger on it because of the price. It is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. So just the basic Ambient Lighting Palette. I wanted to get the huge ones that have 6 pans, but this has 3 pans. It's $64. And all of the Hourglass powders that I've used have really given my skin like that candlelight, effortless glow, and it's always a finishing powder for me. So like even right now with all my makeup done, if I went into my Hourglass powder that I do have that I shattered, and I dusted it over my face, it would just give me some more like lit from within kind of color. So I feel like that's what the lighting palette would do for me, which is why I want it just for personal use, not for reviewing, not for YouTube purposes, but just to use on a daily basis so that I can look like a glowing baby angel. Another influencer kind of roping me in product that I want to try but I think is a little overpriced is the Olay Henriksen C Rush Vitamin C Gel Moisturizer. It's $46. I love a good vitamin C moisturizer. I use the ginseng from Origins. I still kind of use that to this day on and off, but that's always been my favorite, and I think it's $35. So in my mind, I can't bump it up to $46 because I already am using a very similar gel type moisturizer. Why pay the extra $10? But I would definitely try it if I could. I've enjoyed everything that I've tried from the brand so far, especially the Banana Bright Primer. And I did recently start using their vitamin C serum, and I actually really like it. That's what kind of makes me want to try the moisturizer that everyone raves about, which, by the way, I think this brand is clean at Sephora, so I mean, that's also nice. Back talking about my hair concerns. I did say I heat style my hair a lot. I kind of flat iron it a lot. And I do try to put a protectant on it, but it's kind of like wearing gym clothes. Like when you get new gym clothes, it makes you want to go to the gym. When I get a new hair product, it makes me want to use the hair product. So if I buy a new heat protectant, I'll use it more consistently. So I want to try the Bumble and Bumble Hairdressers Invisible Oil Heat and UV Protective Primer. It's $28. I was looking at products based on review, and this was one of the higher rated products, and I could actually go for a new heat protectant right now. I think the one I'm using is from L'Oreal. I like it, but I feel like I need something just a little better. Another totally unnecessary product, but a product I've been wanting to try forever, is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base Priming Moisturizer. It's $60. It comes in that little pot with the screw-off cap. And for whatever reason, I take note of it. When I see actual makeup artists like out in the world working on celebrities, a lot of them use this priming moisturizer. And it's too expensive for my taste because there's so many other primers on the market. But just scooping it out of the jar and like putting it on the models' faces, like it's always made me want to buy it for some reason. But it's just too high of a price, but I would definitely try that. I think that it's like one of those products that's nostalgic to me for some reason. So the next foundation that's in my cart is the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. These are, again, big names that everybody talks about that I just haven't tried yet. So I do have the shade 5 in my cart, and that is a $64 foundation. So that, again, is a little too high for me. I like to top out my foundations at $40. Like, that's about as high as I'll go. So $64, that's like maybe like my wedding day kind of thing. And then I wanted to try a palette from Dominique Cosmetics. I wanted to get the Latte eyeshadow palette. It's $42. I really liked a palette that I tried from Dominique Cosmetics that came in BOXYCHARM, but it was more of like a colorful palette, and I really do like my neutrals, so I would definitely buy that because I want to try more from her brand as well. Then a big one when it comes to my hair and me being paranoid about it potentially thinning is the Reverie Cake Restorative Scalp Tonic. This is another really pricey item, and I would purchase something like this if I was a little bit more concerned, but just like preventatively, if I was making this purchase, I would definitely include this. So yeah, $72 is pretty high for any kind of serum treatment, but if it really, really works, then it's worth it in my opinion. And this has really good reviews. It's like one of the highest rated products for regrowing your hair. I have another repurchase in my cart, and it's from First Aid Beauty. It is the Pure Skin Face Cleanser. It was one of the most gentle cleansers for my skin. My skin really liked it when I was using it. It's $21 and it's definitely worth it, and it's something that I would buy right now if I had the extra funds. Now, I wanted to pick out a perfume or two because I feel like when you're spending $1,000, you need to have some fragrance in your haul, and I did pick out two perfume items. First is the smaller version of the Chloe Original perfume. I've smelled that in store way back when we could go shop in store, and it lingered on my skin for a really long time. And I feel like with me personally, it takes a lot for a perfume to do that. It usually is gone like within the hour. So I've always wanted the Chloe perfume just because I loved how it stuck with me throughout the day. And then I decided I wanted to try, I'm acting like this is real, but I want to try the Replica perfume, and it is the mini discovery set that's in my cart for $35 because I have no idea what I would like from them. But I love discovery kits like that because you can try them throughout the weeks, and then if you discover one that you really love, then you can go spend your money without wasting a ton on a full-size product. Again, for hair, I want to try the Olaplex No. 3 Hair Perfector. This is a $28 product, and I've heard a lot of hairdressers talk about it. And ever since Olaplex came to Sephora, I've been wanting to kind of just purchase it and see how it works for me. But that No. 3, I remember it like stuck in my head. Someone was talking about it, that it would really help my hair just because of all the damage that I put it through. And then last but certainly not least, there's a product that I will be buying that I want to do a review on that I'm very confused by, and that is the Sephora Collection Pumpkin Infused Brush Set. It comes with 4 brushes for $18 that are infused with pumpkin. They also have sponges that are infused with pumpkin, but I posted it on my Twitter because I thought it was way too funny. It's a little early. I love fall. Fall is my favorite season. Pumpkin is my favorite everything. But pumpkin infused brushes, I just don't know how I feel about it, and I kind of want to do a video on it. I feel like it's pumpkin powder, and I was joking around with one of you guys on Twitter, and you said, maybe it'll give you a subtle orange glow. And then I read the description, and it said it gives you a glow from within. So obviously, like, if it's infused with pumpkin powder, that's gonna go away with your first time washing it, right? Like, I just don't know what they're thinking, but I want to know if they smell like pumpkin spice. And they're the color of a pumpkin. So, I mean, how could I not put that in my cart? So isn't it crazy that 22 items is $1,000? This is why I love the drugstore though, because you could probably get like 50 plus items for $1,000. But this was definitely fun. It was fun putting my cart together, just pretending that this was gonna happen. So I would absolutely love to know what would be in your cart if you had $1,000 to spend at Sephora. Please let me know. And if you have any favorite videos of this tag, then let me know, because I actually really love watching them. My favorite one so far is by Makeup by Cheryl. She's one of my favorite YouTubers, and she's so great at hauling things that her video just made me want everything she put in her cart. I love a good tag. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you do this tag, let me know, because I really want to watch your video. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, especially if you want to win that Sigma brush set. I will be picking a winner probably a day after this video goes up, and I will DM you directly. But thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me, and hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye.